What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Last Down podcast. It's your boy Lopez.
And your boy Anguiano.
I know we've been gone for a long time, but we're here, we're back, and we're excited to, return to the content, the grind.
Yeah, both of us obviously had trips, and then last week there was another situation that allowed us not to film, but we're back at it,
Right, yeah. It's back. My back freaking got hurt last week, so, that wasn't great, and I had to obviously, skip last week, but we're here, we're back, and we're going to make up for it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was personally bummed out last week because, that was not part of the plan, though. We were planning to film last week, but
right.
It is what it is, and, how was your trip, though?
I mean, it was great. I went to NorCal. We went up to Santa Cruz, San Jose, San Francisco, Palo Alto, a lot of those cities up there. I didn't get to see Levi Stadium, but I wish, I wanted to go see it.
No, you didn't miss out,
Come on.
It's a regular-ass stadium with toxic fans.
I guess.
But I actually got to see, two stadiums. I got to see, and we'll put it right there, some of the videos. Got to see Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Mm-hmm. And then I got to see Lincoln Financial Field for a brief moment because I was in Philadelphia for business stuff. So I just kind of walked around quickly and just got a little bit of video on that. But the interesting thing to me about both stadiums, well, I'm actually going to start off with the Gillette Stadium. The interesting to me about Gillette Stadium is that, so obviously the stadium's right there, and then right connected to it, it's like a little mall. And then there's actually a little hospital, and then there's hotels not a quarter mile away. It's
it's the city's literally right next to it.
No, the city's literally connected to one portion of the stadium.
Oh,
some city stuff.
Is it an alternative entrance or no?
I actually kind of would say it is. I don't know how much I got, but for sure I got some of it. I mean, we'll just put it up for evidence.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. And literally when I was there, they were doing construction. They were doing construction on this on the thing that they have in the Patriots team, that thing that has the torch thing.
Oh, okay.
They were actually doing construction on that. I mean, we could show that too, but I was there at a very interesting time.
All right, yeah. I mean, it's the off season, so obviously the teams are going to start, renovating, start, fixing up their stadiums. So, I mean, I want to see that when it's, completed.
Mm-hmm. No, and then the interesting thing about Lincoln Financial Field is that it's literally in the same vicinities as where the Phillies play and the Sixers play and the hockey team plays. Is literally all Financial Field is here, basketball is here, baseball's right here.
Yeah.
And they're all kind of in the same area. It was very, very interesting. When I walked around, the Sixers were going to play the Raptors.
Yeah.
I still remember it was specifically March 31st. Sixers would play the Raptors. And I just see a bunch of cars coming and I'm like, fuck. I felt like
the traffic was coming.
The traffic was kind of
picking up.
And I'm like, man, I got to hurry up because I don't want to be stuck in this,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's good to hear, though. Obviously, you got to see new stadiums, and I have yet to see a new stadium outside SoFi, outside the Coliseum, outside Rose Bowl. No other stadium.
But I mean, it can change when we visit. Yeah, when we visit Lambeau. I think that's gonna be very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. I mean, for me, being a Packers fan, that's the Mecca. Going there, going to Lambeau, making that journey, man, I can't wait for it, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah, I think Lambeau is certainly the most iconic field. That's why I also want to go.
Right.
It's certainly an interesting climate, though. I don't want to be in the I don't want to be in the cold.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see with the scheduling, but let's get right into football. A lot has happened over these last maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Specifically, your boy Bobby Wagner and your boy Odell. What are your inputs into the news, into their new teams?
It's I just hate it. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Yeah.
14 months ago we won a Super Bowl, and now, I mean, Bobby Wagner was not part of the Super Bowl run, but now we lost a good linebacker in terms of defending the run.
Right.
we lost a receiver who seemed to have a career revive. Obviously, he's now on the Ravens.
Yep.
And now that this has happened, it just makes me realize, like, damn, this offseason really fucking sucks. So OBJ is gone, Ramsey is gone, and some other pieces like Floyd gone. Wagner, even though he wasn't part of the Super Bowl, obviously gone back to the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. He betrayed me. I said he wasn't gonna do that to us, and what happened?
What happened?
He betrayed us. He decided to go back to Seattle.
Well, if you go back to the old episode, I predicted he was gonna go back. I was hard on him going back because I was like, he has unfinished business. He obviously went to the Rams to see if he can get a ring, and it collapsed. So with a guy of his age, reaching an age where linebackers, are going to start to digress, go back to Seattle and finish your career there. And then as for Odell, I am very shocked. I will say that. I am very shocked he went to the Baltimore Ravens. I feel like I was really high on him. I mean, it was almost certain. I feel like everyone was like, the Jets have him. The Jets have him like in the grasp of their hands. Freaking Aaron Rodgers has him. But the Ravens just came out of nowhere. Honestly, even at UFC, the last UFC fight, he was hanging out with Burrow and the Bosa brothers.
I was hoping he'd go to like Cincinnati or something,
right.
In the AFC. And I mean, obviously he's in the AFC still, but the reason why he obviously went there is because his agent somehow just convinced the Ravens that he's still above average receiver. Even though, I mean, he could be,
right?
But now the risk is just so high.
Yeah,
it's a high risk.
It's a high risk, high reward, in my opinion.
But it really is a high risk though, because he's gonna get $15 million guaranteed, and it's up to $18 million. So it's not top wide receiver money, but I just don't think most teams are willing to do that. That's why he's obviously on the Ravens now, because he's like, oh, they want to pay me.
No. Yeah, it's a crazy amount of money, especially with the incentives, and I feel like the Jets were not offering that type of money.
Well, they got Lazard, they got Hardman.
Yeah.
So they were fine.
Yeah.
They didn't need him, but this OBJ thing is really just gonna put much more interesting perspective into the Lamar Jackson saga. Right,
and I know they FaceTimed on he posted it on his social media with the FaceTime. We'll have it here. So like Lamar loves it. He loves the move, but does he still love Baltimore? Is the real question. Does he still want to be there? Like that's ultimately the main thing.
I really think how you initially said you think he was going to stay. I think it's going to become like that because I guess even though OBJ, I wouldn't say he's the most ideal receiver for Lamar.
Right.
I mean, but the Ravens are still signaling that they're trying to get Lamar more help.
Right.
They're actually out here trying to get it, and they're still out here. The front office and all of them. They're still out here publicly saying Lamar's our guy.
Yep.
They do believe in Lamar.
Right.
And I don't think it's that. I think Lamar obviously just wants to really get paid. But of course, a sexual predator had to get guaranteed money, and this just messed up the whole QB market.
What'd you say?
You know what I said.
I didn't hear that right. What'd you say?
I said sexual predator.
Oh, okay. I was confused as to like who you're referring to, but yes, Deshaun Watson. But speaking, I don't think I have anything more on that. But honestly, we'll see. Hopefully, Odell does good. But speaking about players that don't love where they're at right now, Budda Baker. Just today, it was announced that he requested a trade. However, I read that Ian Rappaport said that it happened in February. That he requested it in February, and it's barely coming out today.
That's very interesting, and I would obviously say I'd want him on my team, but there's no reason.
No.
If we're essentially in the Cardinals tier of ass right now.
Yep.
So, this will be interesting. I do think that by the end of May for sure, he'll be on a different team.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Budda Baker is one of the best. Is he a corner? Safety?
Safety.
He's one of the best safeties. I would love him on the Packers. But I know we probably won't be able to provide assets compared to other teams. But if there's one team that I would like him to go to and, make a tandem out there, it's Atlanta. Why not? We've seen just like this free agency how freaking good Atlanta has been at bringing in guys. So what, do you think Atlanta could pull it off?
No, I don't think they will because they literally just traded for Jeff Okudah. I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
Corner. I mean, last year was one of his better years. I mean, he's not playing to his first down value, but I mean, the Atlanta secondary certainly has already been active. Bates, Okudah. Right. So they're gonna. I mean, if they get him, they're gonna be better, obviously. Yeah. But I can't imagine them just trading for another secondary piece right now.
Right. I mean, they also got Bud Dupree and Calais Campbell, and that defense is really beefing up. And if they were to get a guy like Budda Baker, who's out there electrifying and just getting the plays down, like, why not? But yeah, you're right. Ultimately, I feel like that secondary might be a little too packed. It might be too full. And
let's not forget about AJ Terrell.
Right. No.
Even though last year he was getting cut a decent amount.
Yeah.
But he's had his moments. For sure.
No. Yeah. But I mean, it would be it'd be a little too good to be true for the Falcons right there, in my opinion. Yeah,
I mean, and then we'll put the tweet right here. The Falcons, in my opinion, have certainly been the most defensively active team. Right. They've gotten at least 6-7 agents that were notable, including Ellis and the one who was on the other guy who was also on the Saints. I can't even pronounce his name.
Kongu or no?
No. David something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't pronounce his last name.
Oh, Kronku.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. Is it OG?
No.
No, but anyways, congrats to the Falcons. Good, congrats. We'll give them their certificate for winning free agency. Nah, I'm playing. But anything else that stood out for you in these last couple weeks?
I just found it a little interesting also that Marvin Jones went back to his old team, Detroit Lions.
Right.
I do think that's not a big move, but I just found it interesting how he went back.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's on the older side of receivers now.
Yeah.
He might be a leader at this point, a vocal leader.
Right.
But I can't imagine him being relevant in the offense.
Honestly, yeah, you're right. I think at this point, he's reached a point in his career where he's more on
the mentor side.
Yeah, mentor side. You'll obviously probably catch some goal line touchdowns, but other than that, I don't see him doing anything crazy.
Yeah. And then with that, I feel like we pretty much hit all the interesting parts between the last time we filmed.
Right.
And this will lead into our main course.
It's time, baby.
It's time.
You know what it is. It's draft season. And so today we got a lot to cover. We're going to discuss every single team's one need that they need. Because obviously there's teams that have 3 needs, 4 needs. They need the whole fucking team, But this time around, we're just going to talk about the one need they need the most.
Yes, the one position that they need the most. Because if we were talking about multiple positions, I could be here forever about my team. We need everything. But let's not get to that.
Let's cut to the point.
I would say let's cut to the point. We're going to start off with the AFC East. And for Buffalo, I do think the position that they need the most is running back. I know they just got James Cook, but they only had 60 rushing yards against the Bengals when they got eliminated, with Josh Allen also having a good chunk of that.
Right.
They need a running back in the first, second round. And I don't know, what did you think about that?
That's a solid take. Necessarily, I feel like they won't go running back first round, but I might be wrong. I mean, I did say on a previous episode what they should do, but we'll leave that for the mock draft. All right. But I don't disagree with it.
And then at the Dolphins, I wouldn't need to say running back so bad. I wanted to.
Yeah.
but they signed all their 3 running backs back.
You're right. Yeah.
So that's why I just decided not to say running back. You know, I would have said that's their number 1 need.
Yeah.
But I think they need a defensive end. I think they need someone to provide pressure. I mean, their secondary is good now, especially with Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
The second level is pretty decent.
Right.
You know, the offense, it's very good, certainly.
Very good.
The running backs, all I said, would have been the need, but since they re-signed all of them, I decided defensive end is the position they would probably need the most.
Right, and by then, first round, they could get a good, decent defensive end.
The second round, they had to wait till the second round.
Oh, that's fact. Second round, yeah.
Because
right.
they're shady. That front office is shady.
Very.
But then at the Patriots, let me just make sure. The Patriots, I predict them to get their need. The number 1 need is the wide receiver position. I don't think it really blows anyone away.
Right.
Juju should not be your number 1.
Mm-hmm.
He will definitely be a good number 2.
Right. Yep.
And maybe your boy Jackson Smith might go there. Maybe not. We'll see. Ohio State. So.
Hey, repping it down for JSN and my boy Stroud. Yo, I'm gonna do good in this league.
It's crazy to think about how CJ Stroud is literally from where we're from, pretty much.
He's a local guy.
Rancho Cucamonga, next to Fontana. It's very cool if he goes number 1 overall.
We'll see about it.
And for the Jets, assuming they don't get Rodgers, their number 1 need would obviously be QB in the draft.
Right.
But I doubt that that's going to be their number 1 need in the draft because we need that Rodgers trade to go down.
It has to happen anytime soon. I mean, it has to happen soon, but at this point, I think it's going to happen draft day.
I actually wanted to say a quick story, though.
What?
The other day, I actually talked to my teacher, and he told me he was a Packers fan.
Right.
And I asked him, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers, the situation?
Yeah.
And he said, he's a cancer. He just flat out said it, that he hates him. He's a cancer. He, talks smack to the front office publicly.
Right.
He does all this toxic stuff, and he can't wait for him to leave. And as you're grabbing your beard, how do you feel about that?
He has some truth to that. He has 100% truth to that. He has talked behind the manager's back. He's talked about LaFleur sometimes. Not sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly. And so I feel like, yes, he possibly is a cancer in the locker room. I feel like there is some people that probably don't like him, and there are people that want him out. So, and then his antics also, like I said, I'm a big Rodgers fan, but his antics have been a little too outlandish for me. I feel like he is acting up. He's acting up too much.
I agree. I wouldn't want him on my team. I would definitely, at this point, I would have been like, grow the fuck up.
Right.
Like, you're 38 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you're out here fiending for attention.
Right.
I'm laughing at the fact that he really told Schefter, leave me alone.
That was fun.
But moving on to the NFC East, the number 1 need the Dallas Cowboys have, some people feel like it's running back because of Zeke, but I feel like the number 1 need they have to get is tight end.
Okay.
Dalton Schultz gone. There's some nice tight ends in this draft. There's some nice ones. If I were them in the first round, I would go for one.
I think it's Mayer from Notre Dame. Meyer, that guy. Keep a lookout for him.
Kincaid too.
But
and that guy from Georgia. He didn't have the stats, but his athleticism's off the charts, bro.
I'm hearing that they have high hopes on that guy. That he might be the next Kettle.
Catalog?
Kettle.
Oh.
Next Kettle.
Okay. Bro, did you see I don't know if you saw, but Kettle actually has a football field in his backyard.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man. If I was in his position, I wouldn't mind it, bro.
Yeah, yeah. But it's dope. That's commitment.
That's commitment, but that's dope. That guy's living the life.
And then for the Giants, the number 1 position need is linebacker. They're bottom 6 in rushing yards per game allowed in 2022.
Yep.
And then the receivers, I feel like they kind of have addressed that. And I'll say that's still a need, but that's not the number 1 need. I feel like the defense needs to just get stronger, especially in the division they are in.
Yeah. They didn't really address the linebacker position in the free agency market. I thought they were gonna go for maybe Edmonds or Bud Dupree, but here we are. They didn't get anyone, so yeah, they're gonna have to settle for the draft at this point.
And then for the Eagles, I have interesting criteria scenario, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So obviously they have the 10th overall pick.
Yeah.
I say their biggest need is running back, but they need a trade back.
Okay.
They need a trade back.
Yeah.
They need to get depth on defense.
Yeah.
They lost some depth, obviously. And I was thinking about defense, saying something like secondary piece or maybe, but Darius Slade obviously stayed.
Right.
So I changed it to running back. Losing Miles Sanders, I would say is certainly a loss. And Rashad Penny can't be trusted as your running back one.
You can't, no.
Because of health concerns. So I think they need to get the running back of the future.
Yeah.
And I'll leave off the player's name, but I feel like it's obviously clear which way I'm heading with this, But
I have a general idea. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the running back is number one thing they need at this point.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, the defensively, I feel like they're not too bad, but obviously losing C.J. Gardner-Johnson is a big deal. But they got Slay, but they got their core forward back, so just draft a good, solid cornerback, rookie cornerback, and they should be fine.
Also, you think it should be cornerback?
Yep.
I think it's okay.
Running back is okay. Yeah, they need a running back, but I know who they're gonna draft. I already have an idea, and they're not trading back. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, and then the mock draft next week. I am gonna predict trades in mine. I don't know about you.
We'll see, because I do like just having it straightforward.
Okay, and then for me, for the Commanders, I feel like their biggest need is O-line.
Right.
They're a top 7 in terms of sacks allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want somehow to at least have some legitimate
have a chance,
you get him an O-lineman.
Right.
That's why I think I think it would make sense. And then the running backs, it's all right, but it could be better.
Right. Yeah.
And with the O-line, it could certainly help them a little bit, in my opinion.
And the wide receivers already stopped pretty. McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and Dotson.
He
has the weapons,
right
bro.
They're fine.
Yeah, he has the weapons.
I was close to saying corner too, but I'm like, you know what? I feel like O-line is a little bit more necessary.
Yeah.
And then pass it on to you. Which division you want to hit on first?
Yeah, so I got to cover both the South and the North divisions, and I want to start it off with the AFC South. My first, the AFC South. My bad. So here we are, right? The Colts. There's a lot of lights and cameras on the Colts. Who are they gonna get? And so I have quarterback. No more old timers. It's time to get a new rookie quarterback, please. No more freaking Matt Ryan. No more freaking Carson Wentz. Get a fucking quarterback.
Well, I don't know. I feel like as more time goes on, my take on Anthony Richardson being a Colt is just getting clearer and clearer by the day.
It's aging like a fine wine.
Yep.
And so now on to their rivals, the Texans. Quarterback. It's time. Get a new quarterback. It's time. What's his name? Not Davis Webb.
Mills.
Davis Mills. He's not the guy. He could be a solid backup for the Patriots, but get a quarterback. You already know who it's gonna be. That Jacksonville Jaguars.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
The Jacksonville Jaguars. Pretty solid team. They made it to the playoffs. They won a playoff game. Lawrence is the real deal. Etienne is the real deal. Christian Kirk is the real deal. But, like you said with the Washington Commanders, they need an offensive lineman.
I kind of sensed you were going to say something like that. The Taylor obviously leaving.
Big loss.
Yeah.
It's a big loss. And finally ended it off with the Tennessee Titans. I did have a little bit of a struggle here because they have a lot of needs. They lost, they lost A.J. Brown the previous season, so the wide receivers are a concern. But in the end, I have offensive linemen. If they want to keep Derrick Henry healthy, and they want to keep him, obviously top 5 running back and also not banged up. Have a good offensive lineman.
I mean, I'm gonna save my thoughts on the Titans for the draft because I feel like it's gonna come out of left field.
Okay.
But I certainly don't agree with you. I don't think they need offensive linemen.
Okay.
I think it's time for them to hit the reset button, and I think that's where I'm gonna leave it at.
Well, I mean, they have Malik Willis.
They hate Malik Willis, bro.
Well, anyways.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but they might release him.
I mean, I hope they don't. That's crazy. The guy was okay. I will say Malik Willis. He was super hyped, and he was like a very late bloomer. Like people were like, "This guy's the real deal," and then he fell all the way to the Titans. So yeah, we'll see about that. But going on to the NFC side, in the NFC South. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, the NFC South. My bad. It's because I have them confused right here. So the NFC South is very, very interesting. We have the Saints, who lost a lot of pieces. They lost literally maybe half their defense. So that's literally what I put here. Get a linebacker, get defensive lineman. Anyone will help, damn it. They lost freaking Davenport, Ellis, OG, Okronkwo. Like, they lost everyone. And now onto the Buccaneers. This one might be out of left field, but I'm not sure. Quarterback. I don't think Baker is the answer. Honestly, Baker is not the answer. Their biggest need is getting a quarterback. Trask is also not the answer. Get someone late in the rounds. I mean, they're middle of the pack, I believe. I have an idea who, and I'm not gonna say it. What do you think?
I don't know if I can do business with you anymore.
Why?
Why are you saying quarterback, bro? They got Baker Mayfield. Do you know who that is, bro?
Well,
Number one overall?
Okay, but I'm just saying the Buccaneers are still interviewing all these quarterbacks. That's all I'm saying.
I had to throw my card in frustration, bro. First the Titans. O-line? Really? And now it's Buccaneers with the quarterback?
Hey, man.
Oh, you know what? That's your opinion, though.
Yeah, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. You'll see my mock draft. You'll understand it. You'll understand.
I'll let it be.
And lastly, the Falcons. The Falcons already addressed a lot of needs, in free agency. But I think they just need a defensive end. Get a defensive end, and I think their defense will be set. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right. The Panthers, though.
Oh, yes. Last but not least, the Carolina Panthers. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward what's going to happen. Yeah. They're getting a punter. No, they're getting a quarterback. And that one's going to be for next week, dude. That one we're going to be... I know we're going to argue on which one is going first. But the Panthers are getting a quarterback. They need a quarterback. I'm not going to... I
want to, hint at who I want to say who's going to go number one, but I'm going to leave that for next week.
But just leave that note. All right, so now on to the Norths. The NFC North is obviously going to be very competitive this year. Actually, no, it's fucked. But anyways.
Wait, hold up. So why is it not competitive?
I already just said it already. But anyways, the Packers. I'll start off with my Packers because, there's a lot of things wrong with my team, and we're losing Rodgers. No, but anyways, we need a quarterback. No, I'm playing. We need a tight end or a wide receiver.
Number one?
Yeah. First round. I feel like tight ends wise, there's some good talent there. And I think late round, there'll be a tight end or a wide receiver.
Honestly, man, I'm going to laugh so hard when you guys if you guys do really get a wide receiver or tight end in the first round.
Why?
Where was that support when Rodgers was there?
Come on. Hey, man. Chill.
I guess it's love season, though, to be fair.
Love season, baby. Love season. Calling it. But now, on to the Lions. The Lions, they're all right. They have small holes in their team. And I think the main one is defensive line. They didn't really address it in the offseason.
That's right. And
on to the Vikings. Vikings, again, I feel like it's a team that has little holes. You could say, quarterback for Kirk Cousins, but they're not going first round for a quarterback. Definitely. People could be like, Kirk Cousins isn't the answer. He's not a whatever. But
how do you feel about Kirk Cousins though?
He's mediocre, but like I said, it's not. I don't think it's enough for him to get replaced already. Maybe next year, if they don't go any farther than the freaking the division.
First round.
Yeah, then yeah. But I think their main need is wide receiver.
Really?
With the loss of Thielen?
Thielen doesn't matter, okay? He's
But,
old now.
They can get a solid wide receiver backup.
They have Hawkinson, Jefferson. Those are already two very, very, very good at their position.
And then after that?
Osborne.
Trash.
You know, well, let's see what happens then when he faces your team.
Anyways, we'll see. And lastly, the Bears. The damn Bears that could easily have one free agency. They need to address their offensive linemen because who the hell did they get in free agency? No one. They didn't get anyone. They didn't get McGlinchey. They didn't get Jawan Taylor. They didn't get Orlando Brown. Like, these guys were so hyped on defense, they forgot to get their fucking offensive linemen. So that team is nothing without the offensive linemen.
They're staying true to their colors. They love defense.
They
fiend for defense.
They fiend for defense, but then I fucking leave Fields to die for them.
Bro.
You'd be like,
bro, you're wilding right now. You're wilding.
Hey, I gotta at least nail a fucking team on this list, you know? And then, okay, now going on to the AFC North, there's a lot of teams there that do need needs. You know, they have needs. Like the Steelers, they need a quarterback.
Well, you said quarterback?
Cornerback.
Oh, okay.
You gotta hear me out. Cornerback.
Okay.
And I'm hearing there's a local name, but I won't say who it is. There's a local name. But yes, cornerback. The Browns... Yeah, they have a lot of holes to fill. And I was very undecided. I will say it was between defensive lineman and wide receiver. And I think I'm leaning towards wide receiver.
Did you just not know that they got Elijah Moore? They have Elijah Moore, Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Okay, you're right. Never mind. But Elijah Moore's not good. Elijah Moore's
That's
not
right,
good.
though. That's right.
Elijah Moore's nothing. But anyways, they're going for anything helps for them. Damn it. The Ravens. I have here. You know, Odell's not enough. Get another wide receiver, bro.
I would actually
get another
wide receiver. I would actually kind of say the same.
Get another receiver.
Yeah.
I already know who they're gonna get. I have reports that they're gonna get a guy from LA.
You don't know how much. You don't know how much I want us to mock already. Just so I already know how much we're gonna disagree.
And
already.
lastly, from my part, the Cincinnati Bengals. If they want to take the next step, they have to draft smart and fill up their needs. I have them getting a tight end. They lost Hayden Hurst. And they didn't get any other guy, They didn't get Schultz. They didn't get Hooper. They didn't get no one to help out Burrow there. So get a solid tight end.
That's actually a good one. I mean, they obviously can get one of the good 3 tight ends.
Yeah, they could. Really do.
And then, so now we're going to end it off with the West. First, I'm going to start off with the NFC West because I don't even need to look at my card to know what these teams need since I watched all of them closely. To start off with the Seahawks, they need a linebacker, even though they got Wagner.
Okay.
I mean, he's old. And
they don't have anyone else there.
And where they have the pick, like in the 5th, 6th overall, whatever, it's perfect place to get the number 1 linebacker. And I'm already hinting at least one team. Where I'm going with them.
Okay.
Their run defense was not that good, and then going to the Niners, the team I hate the most. I hope that they don't get a cornerback because that's what I think they need the most.
Safety, they lost.
Or safety, yeah. A secondary piece. I hope they don't get it, even though they need it. You know, I just hope they somehow just go for like another quarterback just to make it even more controversial, more.
Yeah, that's not happening.
What I'm saying, but and then the Cardinals. It's pretty clear they need an edge rusher. They need that guy
Did you not hear the news today?
I don't care.
They need a
Well,
safety.
do you know where they're drafting? Do you know who's there? Who's gonna be there when they draft?
I don't know.
And you're out here saying they need a safety.
Well, I mean, I'm going off the reports today. You know, if you had any clue about the NFL, you know, they lost Budda Baker.
It's not official yet, bruh.
Well, they're gonna lose.
Come on,
it's gonna happen.
Just stop.
It's gonna happen.
They need an edge. They need an edge rusher more.
Okay.
Watt retired. Allen is gone. And you're telling me they need a safety? Shut up. Okay, and on my team, I'm gonna just say our number one need.
Everyone.
Besides everyone, is O-line.
Everyone.
That's a great way to start our fucking rebuild. O-line. That's what we need. That's what we need to do. Start off with O-line. We were like top 3 in terms of sacks allowed, and we allowed like too many. I don't remember exactly how many, but too many. And that's the reason why Stafford was hurt, and that's the reason why we're in this rebuild, and that's the reason why I'm miserable. But now to go on to the AFC West.
Hold on. You know it's that bad when you have to get an offensive lineman your first pick.
I think we need, yes, it's time for that rebuild.
It's that bad.
It's that bad. Caleb Williams 2024. Yes, sir.
That's not happening. Hey, this guy.
Yes, it's happening.
It's crazy.
I'm manifesting it.
That's not
Caleb Williams 2024 to the Rams. I'm manifesting it, bro. I'm manifesting it. Get an O-lineman this year. Stafford, please be hurt a little longer. Give us the number 1 overall pick in 24.
Yeah, I hope you guys end up with like a quarterback from Iowa or something.
Shut up. Okay, now to the AFC West side. The Broncos, even though they got O-linemen, they need more. I think that's the number 1 overall position they need.
True.
And next off, the Chiefs. I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but I think the number 1 need they have right now is wide receiver.
I agree. Finally, something we could agree on. Because I actually, while I was doing mine, I was like, damn, the Chiefs need a wide receiver. I was doing my research, and I was like, yeah, they need a receiver.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, losing Juju is pretty big. Losing Miko Hardman is pretty big. They need to go for like something like, I guess, Zay Flowers or something like Jalen Hyatt. Who knows? But we'll know when I mock them in the late first round who I actually think they should get.
Right.
And, but Kadarius Toney is certainly going to be a top 5 fantasy football wide receiver in 2023 at this rate.
Yeah, I remember last week when we put the clown face on you, the other episode, yeah.
Do that again then. I dare you.
Well, I'll do that. I'll remember this. Like I said, I'll remember this. Like I said this last time too. I said I'll remember this next time, like when the season, and I'll make sure to flame you on that one.
And under the Raiders, it was so hard for me when looking at their defense specifically. It was so hard for me to just choose one thing. I said they have 2 positions.
Okay.
Because they're different. They're different. They had felons. They had a quarterback that loves God, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. But it was interesting, that team when they had all this crazy stuff going on.
Right.
Horrible GM, but let me cut to the chase. The Raiders need a corner or a safety. They need some secondary, man. They need some secondary. I would have honestly said quarterback if Jimmy G was not there, but obviously they have an IQ of a freaking of a vegetable. So it's.
Why you gotta say it like that, man? Though.
Hey, no, but it's facts.
Hey, I mean,
who'd want Jimmy G? I don't care. Oh, he has a winning record. I don't care, bro. I watched the Niners as a Rams fan. I watched him closely. He's not the reason why.
I think you're the last one to speak when the Rams are literally having a GM fucking with the brain size of a rock.
It's hard.
A pebble.
It's hard, okay?
So
I mean, my GM is dumb. Your GM is dumb. Our Raiders GM is dumb. There's some dumb GMs out there, okay? But to conclude,
yes,
our needs, okay?
Okay.
This is the other LA team. This is solely going to depend on Austin Eckler's situation. If Austin Eckler's still there, I'm going to say their needs is linebacker. The number 1 need is not linebacker. But if Austin Eckler leaves, like I think he is, and that's why the trades are going to come in.
Yeah.
I think the number 1 need is going to be running back.
100%. 100%. Yeah. And all I got to say is there's a guy in the draft that kind of has the same attributes as him. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, it's Gibbs. I already know. You don't even need to say it, bro. It's Gibbs. He's kind of... Well, I wouldn't say necessarily like
He's
him.
not first round. I don't know if he's first round.
I don't know. I mean, I can't really see him necessarily exactly being like Eckler. He reminds me more of Kamara. Kamara.
Give and take. Give or take.
But nevertheless, man, this is all the needs. Next week, be ready, because when we say our names and when we say what we're going to say, and here's the thing. We're not even gonna show each other the first round. So when we say our picks, this is the first time we'll hear each other's picks.
Yes.
Cause I for sure at this rate, I know there's gonna be some differences for sure.
Yes, sir. We're the format that I believe is gonna run like, and I have a general idea is like we both like with the number one pick, and then we say each other's.
No, I feel like obviously I'll say, I think the number one pick is C.J. Stroud, and you say the number one pick is Bryce Young, and then after that we'll react to what we say.
All right. Yeah. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait because I know damn well you're not gonna like any of my takes, and I'm not gonna like any of yours. So I'm just waiting. I'm ready.
I'm going to do this with assuming some trades happen.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I am. Because you're boring if you don't. You're unrealistic if you don't. Because there's a trade that happens every draft. At least one.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, and then also, I'm already going to say this in advance. I'm predicting that the Jets trade their first round pick to the Packers. For Rodgers, obviously, and stuff like that.
That's not going to happen.
You're
crazy.
Yes.
You're crazy.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
Yes.
Not going to happen.
Yes.
The Jets are not going to do it. They're not going to fold like that. They're not going to fumble like that. The Jets better be smart.
When you see all these trades are going to happen, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how many are going to happen, obviously, but I would assume for sure at least 2 are going to happen on draft night. For sure, at least 2.
And are you thinking about trades that are going to be draft out of the first round or draft, up, down?
More like up, down type of scenarios.
Okay. Because there are teams that have drafted out,
Maybe one, but I will, as I really mock my first round. I don't know how you're gonna feel about that, but
okay.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna both have mixed feelings about each other's drafts. And
yep.
You might call me crazy, I might call you crazy, but
nonetheless, we will leave that for the next episode, which is gonna be a great one. I love mock drafting, and
it almost feels like fantasy football season too.
It does, because we're choosing who's going where. Yeah. We're picking our own players. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. We covered a lot today. We hope to have obviously made up for the last couple of weeks. It's kind of slow right now. Yeah, honestly, without football, there's not a lot of football talk.
No, but when the mock drafts happen,
y'all
gotta
obviously, yeah. With draft night coming up, yeah, there's gonna be some stuff to talk about.
So a lot of
stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Continue supporting us. All of our social media platforms. Hopefully they don't ban us on TikTok because of the TikTok ban. But hey, man, we're here. We're rolling, and hope you guys can keep enjoying. Keep liking them.
Yeah, hopefully, like you said, they don't ban TikTok because, believe it or not, I feel like
it's coming.
That's also helped us.
Right? Yeah. With a lot of exposure.
And I just feel like TikTok, at this point, I'm kind of expecting it to happen, though. But hopefully it doesn't.
No.
Because I feel like, let's just be real, at least a good amount of people don't really get pressed by TikTok.
Yeah. There's not a lot.
There's just some people. I don't know. Okay, you see this, you don't like it. So what? Just don't use the app.
Right.
Don't use the app.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But nonetheless, that was the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Continue liking, and yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Me and him definitely. You gotta watch us next week because it's gonna be crazy.
Yes, sir. I can't wait.